Hey, it's me on a very hot, very muggy uh, August day here. I haven't made much use of my channel lately, um, for quite a while actually. But I was in the mood to make a video, and someone gave me a really cool kind of tripod or monopod or selfie stick or whatever. Um, so I'm sitting out here in a park where it's quiet and green, and it's not too bad. Things aren't great, man. Um, are they ever? Being labeled as disabled um, means being hungry, broke, no future. There's no chance for change. It's not going to get better. You're not going to get more money. It's not, someone's not going to come along and rescue you with the horn of plenty and food beyond your wildest dreams. You live on food banks and charity from others, and I'm kind of tired of it, to be honest. My daughter's birthday was yesterday, and everything I did for her was done through charity. I used to work, man. I was never the greatest with money, and I never saved. I never made enough to save. But I held my own. Now I beg, cajole, and borrow and forget. My health has gone to hell as well. That this bone thing, AS. I never pronounce it right. Ankylosing spondylitis. And they're saying fibromyalgia or whatever, but also this perception thing. I can't remember. It's all messed up. I'm gonna try really hard not to swear here. I was born with a bad digestive system, so I had to have it reconstructed, and now that's starting to go. And it's pretty humiliating what I have to do to survive that. And without food, it's just constant. Oh, it's terrible. You don't eat enough, your body still it has to process stuff, and it comes out. I don't know. The sun's coming out. I don't really like the sun. I like the Coolidge shade. It feels minty. I had surgery in June, and that went all kind of sideways, but that is what it is. Then in the end of July, I got a letter from the Ontario Disability Support Program telling me my file's on hold. They want every one of my T4s for the last 7 years. I don't know how to give them that. And every one of my pension plan receipts for the last 6 years. And I don't know how to do that. Who knows how to do that? So they've frozen my drug coverage as well. I have enough medication to get through till the end of the week. I take heart medication to control a heart condition. I take mental health medications, and man, if you've ever had to ride those off, it's worse. I kicked opiates, and it didn't hurt as much as going off one I used to be on. The electric bolts up your spine, the vibrations, the mood swings, the dread, the anxiety attacks, and it can do damage, apparently. I've been looking it up. I'm going to try to figure out how to do this. I got to find someone to help me, I think, because I'm overwhelmed. Very overwhelmed. The day before my daughter's birthday, we did a memorial for my cousin Mike, who was also the same age as me, and we grew up very, very close. He was my best friend. Him and his brother were my best friends. I love them more than, the world. and I still love them both. We've grown distant at times. Isn't that the case with cousins? You sort of drift in and out of each other's lives as you grow, unless you're living in a small town. And that's what this used to be. This is Barrie, Ontario, which used to be full of my family. I can remember being kids and spending the day out, and when we got hungry, we just go, well, whose house are we near? Let's go ask them for lunch, and they'd give us lunch. You know, it's not a big town back then. Now it's full of people who don't give a damn about the history and have gentrified it completely. It took a working class city and turned it into a suburb. And it's sad, real sad. Everything's just kind of buried under greed and people who make it, and if you don't, there's homelessness everywhere, and every city has that. Guys smoking meth on the street corner, injecting drugs. There's so much that just makes me real sad. And I can't help. I don't have enough to help myself, let alone help them. I write things. I've had stuff published about, the truth about homelessness, because I've been there. I'm an ex-addict. I was homeless. I went to jail. I did all that stuff. When I was hungry before, I used to be able to shoplift. Now I got this mobility scooter right here, and you're a little too visible. And I don't have the morals to do that anymore. I try to be a good human in all I do. But I've been there. But when I was there, it was even easier than it is now. A lot of people won't acknowledge that about their experience, but I'm not qualified to judge what's happening now. If I had been out there when fentanyl was here, I wouldn't have survived. I would have died within weeks of, trying it for the first time. I was a pig. These people aren't looking for a high like we were when we were taking opiates and heroin. They're looking for oblivion, to escape a world that hurts so much that they just cannot stand to be in it. And I have compassion for that. Same with meth. It's a different thing, though. I think they're trying to energize and elevate themselves to feeling equal to or better than. And that's a hard life, man. But back when I was homeless, you could work yourself out of homelessness. You'd go to a shelter, get a referral to a rooming house, and get a new job, kind of rent a better room and then a small apartment, and maybe share with roommates, meet a girl. There was a flow and a system almost of getting out. Not everyone did it that way necessarily, but most people found a way to get out if they wanted out. Now, even if you want to, there's no out. Rents are too high. Affordable housing is a joke. That's affordable housing for people who already can afford housing. If you're on government assistance, it's not affordable. It's well out of your budget. I rent a room with two old people in their house. They're very nice to me. They're a couple of old English people, and they treat me like family most of the time. I mean, they're in their 80s, so they can't feed me or take care of me in any productive way. But they're good to me, and I was lucky to find that. I got that because I was able to express my fears and what was going on when I had to send my daughter away to live with family, because I just couldn't keep it up. My body was quitting on me, and my brain, my mental illness was driving me nuts. And I wasn't being a good father. The house was a mess all the time. And I realized I didn't want that for her. She's so good. So and then, of course, we were getting evicted. And I sent her to live with family because I wanted better for her, and it was probably the best thing I did for her. She wouldn't have graduated high school staying here. She just had fallen in with some pretty rough folks. She went to live with her grandmother at first and finished high school there. Just did wonderfully. She got certificates and everything, and I'm so proud of her. She started college. She's had issues with that because of funding. It's a long, long story, longer than this stupid video is going to be. I've already babbled on a lot, but I guess now she's in Ottawa. She's living with actually my ex, her ex-stepmother, although she just calls her her stepmother, which is amazing. I found a woman in my life, and we were together for quite a while, and her family's accepted my daughter as one of their own. You know, they've made her family, and I know how lucky we are. I know how grateful I should be, and I am. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for my room because I was getting ready to send everyone away. I was looking for a place for my cat to go because it was coming on winter, and I knew I wouldn't survive the winter as a homeless person. My health was too bad. I was too weak. My head's spacing now. It's been a stressful morning. They're tearing up the streets outside my house to redo the sewage and stuff, the water mains, and the loud noise all the time triggers my PTSD. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm in therapy for PTSD. I'm one of those people that's actually diagnosed with PTSD. Not one who assumes it because the symptoms sound normal or symptoms sound familiar. You know, there's a huge difference between diagnosed and undiagnosed, I'm afraid. I'm trying to fight it, trying to go to therapy, but I don't know if it's even working. I have a really great therapist. She's really compassionate, but she's also very firm and ungiving, and that's what I need because I'll push people past, you know. There's no preference treatment. There's no preference or I don't mean inappropriate, but there's no, she doesn't allow me to go past myself. To become something else, and I've never been honest in therapy. You know, first time I ever went to hospital for my mental health, I was 15. That would be 40 years ago, and all that time, and I've done all kinds of therapy. It's never completely honest. I could never tell people what the truth is, and I decided I was going to start this and do it truthfully, just 100% truthfully, and be what it is, so that if by the time I was done, I didn't feel better, I could make my way out, you know, take the last step. That's where my head is most of the time. My head is that life is over for me. But I wanted to be sure. I want my daughter to be able to understand that I tried everything, and I have. Oh boy, I'm really hungry today. I got nothing to eat at home. Because my daughter's birthday, I spent what little money I did have trying to, you know, do something nice for her. The church I attend gave us gift certificates for a restaurant, and that was wonderful. But I wanted to give her gifts. I mean, she's turning 19. She deserves gifts. She's done so good. She deserves the world if I had it to give to her. But I'm starting to feel dizzy and and I'm starting to feel overstimulated by this. So, yeah, sorry it's so long. If you've watched it to the end, I appreciate it. And I know it's hard for everyone, but if you want to send me pizza money or taco money, I'd sure be happy. There's something medicinal about a good meal. Anyway, take care, folks. Be well.